Have you ever caught yourself thinking, if I just had more money, my life would be so much better? You're not alone. Many of us imagine what life could look like with more money, buying a home, traveling the world, supporting loved ones, or simply living without constant financial stress. But then comes the real question: how do you actually earn that kind of money? Do you need to work 2 or 3 jobs, sacrifice your time, your energy, even your health? And despite all that effort, why does it still feel like you're barely getting ahead? What if the problem isn't the work but the way we've been taught to think about money? Today's summary offers a completely different perspective. We're exploring a classic book that challenges the traditional path and opens your mind to new possibilities, ones you may have never considered before. And no, this isn't about chasing a typical 9-to-5 job. It's about discovering real, unconventional, and surprisingly simple ways to make money. Hello and welcome back to the Janice channel, where we explore powerful book summaries that inspire, educate, and transform. Here you don't just listen, you learn, and you apply those lessons to real life. Today's summary is based on 1000 Ways to Make Money by Paige Fox, a timeless guide filled with practical strategies that help people earn money long before side hustles were even a thing. Money touches almost every part of our lives. It gives us choices, it creates freedom, it allows us to live with dignity and peace. But for most people, money is also a source of constant stress. You work hard, you do your best, and still something feels stuck. Like no matter how much effort you put in, you're not getting the results you deserve. At some point, you may even wonder, maybe success just isn't meant for people like me. If that thought has ever crossed your mind, you're not alone. And that's exactly why this book exists. 1000 Ways to Make Money is more than a list. It's a shift in mindset. It opens your eyes to the truth. There are countless ways to earn money in this world. Many of them don't require a fancy degree or a huge investment. Some are surprisingly simple, others are deeply creative. But all of them share one thing in common: they work when you do. In this summary, you'll discover practical, real-world examples of how people built income by thinking differently and taking small, smart steps. And by the time we're done, you might just find yourself thinking, making money isn't as impossible as I thought. I just needed to see it differently. So let's begin this journey with an open mind, a fresh perspective, and a quiet confidence that money is possible for you. How to get a place? Timothy had just graduated from college. He was excited, full of energy, and dreaming about all the opportunities ahead. He was responsible, hardworking, and had a bachelor's degree in hand. Naturally, he believed getting a job wouldn't be a problem, but after a full month of searching, he still hadn't found one. No offers, no callbacks, just silence. He began to doubt himself. Was I not good enough? Was I doing something wrong? The truth is, Timothy was capable. In fact, many successful people at the top prefer hiring someone exactly like him. A millionaire from New York, Mr. Rose, once said, "Young people bring fresh ideas and creativity, and if a company truly sees potential in someone, they'll make a position, even if one doesn't exist yet." So what does Timothy do with that knowledge? He keeps searching, but now with more clarity. He should look for companies that value him, companies that help him grow, develop his skills, and see him not just as an employee, but as an investment. That's the kind of place worth working for. Now let's talk about you. Where do you stand in your career? How do you make a place for yourself in a competitive world? Here's the truth: you have to make yourself stand out. You have to become the kind of person an employer wants to hire. So what makes someone truly attractive to employers? Keep working hard consistently. Employers rarely fire someone who gives their best every single day. Show genuine interest in what you do during an interview. Don't fake it. Let your excitement be real. Tell them how eager you are to use your skills and grow in the role. That kind of passion leaves a stronger impression than a dull, robotic answer ever will. Also, choose work you actually enjoy. When you love what you do, you naturally give it your best. Ask yourself, what's stopping you from entering the field you truly care about? Don't hold yourself back. Take Ryan, for example. He was an economics student who once imagined himself working at a top bank. But one day, he visited an art exhibition and it changed everything. He was moved by the creativity, the emotion, the hard work behind each portrait. That day, he fell in love with art. He completed his degree in economics, but deep down, he knew his heart belonged elsewhere. He followed his passion, and that became the reason behind his success. Another important rule: always tell the truth. If you're asked a question in an interview, answer honestly. If you're not punctual, don't lie about it. Because if you do get hired, the truth will come out anyway. Those little lies can damage your reputation. The company might begin to doubt your character, and that doubt can block your promotions later on. One more thing: observe deeply and often. Let's say you get a job, but not in the position you really wanted. Don't be discouraged. Treat it as a learning opportunity. Ask yourself, what can I gain from this role? What new skills can I build? Take Macy's story. She started as a waitress at a new restaurant, but she really wanted to work in the kitchen. Unfortunately, that department was full. Still, she didn't give up. While working as a waitress, she learned patience and kindness. She discovered how a smile could calm down even the angriest customer. And she noticed something else: the kinder she was, the better her tips. Instead of complaining, Macy made the most of her situation and turned it into a strength. The same can happen for you if you follow these steps and build strong habits. The right employer will find you. In fact, they may even compete to hire you because smart employers can see real potential when it walks through the door. Starting in business, Jill was a passionate and determined woman who had one clear goal. She wanted to be her own boss. After working in several jobs across different fields, she realized she wasn't meant to work under someone else. She wanted the freedom to build something of her own. With years of experience behind her, she finally decided to take the leap and turn her dream into reality by starting her own pastry business. The success of Jill's venture wasn't a result of luck. It was the outcome of a thoughtful and practical approach. She followed 3 key principles that helped her build her business from the ground up. The first was starting small. Jill knew she couldn't begin with a big setup. She had to be realistic, but instead of jumping in blindly, she took the time to do proper research. She went around her neighborhood and conducted a small survey to estimate how many people might actually buy pastries from her. She didn't aim for big numbers. In fact, she set a very modest goal: at least 10 pastries a day, about 70 per week. For her, that was enough to keep the business going in the beginning. By setting achievable expectations, she created a solid foundation. The second principle was personal outreach. Jill knew that in order to build trust and interest, she had to connect with people directly. While it might sound awkward or old-fashioned, almost like going door to door during an election, Jill had no hesitation. She was passionate about her product and wanted others to experience it. She met with friends, neighbors, and acquaintances, telling them about her new business. One weekend, she even visited homes in her area, encouraging people to try her pastries. Her confidence and willingness to put herself out there made a lasting impression. The third was building strong personal connections. Jill believed being friendly and approachable could go a long way in business. When her store finally opened, she made sure to be present at the counter, greeting every customer with genuine interest. She didn't just sell pastries. She created a warm and welcoming experience. Because of that, many of her first-time visitors soon became loyal customers. They returned not just for the quality pastries, but because they felt seen, valued, and appreciated. Even as her business grew and she began hiring employees, Jill made a point to stay involved in every part of the operation. Whether it was checking inventory, keeping the space clean, or ensuring customer satisfaction, she never distanced herself from the process. She understood that true leadership doesn't mean stepping back. It means staying engaged. Jill's journey is a reminder that starting a business doesn't always require huge investments or perfect timing. What it does require is clarity, commitment, and the courage to begin with what you have. She didn't wait for everything to be perfect. She started small, stayed consistent, and worked with heart, and that made all the difference. Building multiple income streams. One of the most important lessons from 1000 Ways to Make Money is the power of diversification. Relying on a single source of income is risky. Life is unpredictable. Jobs can be lost, markets can change, and unexpected expenses always appear. That's why building multiple streams of income is a smarter, safer approach. Take Sam's story. He started with a regular office job, but he didn't stop there. In his free time, he began freelancing as a graphic designer. It wasn't much at first, just a few small projects here and there. Gradually, his freelance work grew. He created logos, business cards, and social media posts for local businesses. Next, Sam opened an online shop selling his original art prints. That brought an extra income each month. Before long, Sam's earnings from his side gigs matched and eventually surpassed his main job's salary. By not putting all his eggs in one basket, Sam gained financial security and the freedom to pursue work he truly enjoyed. Another example is Anna, who combined her skills in teaching and crafting. She taught piano lessons during the day and sold handmade jewelry online during weekends. Both activities fed her creativity and kept her motivated. Her diverse income streams also gave her the flexibility to scale up or down depending on her life's demands. You don't need to have a fancy business plan to start multiple income sources. Often, the simplest ideas work best. Renting out a spare room, tutoring a subject you know well, selling items you no longer use, offering services like dog walking or lawn care, creating digital products such as ebooks or courses. The key is to begin with what you have and build step by step. Don't wait for the perfect moment or the right opportunity. Start small, keep learning, and grow your income streams over time. Managing your money wisely. Earning money is one thing, but managing it well is another skill altogether. No matter how much you earn, if you spend carelessly, you'll always feel the squeeze. The book highlights 3 important rules for money management. 1. Spend less than you earn. This may sound obvious, but it's the foundation of financial health. Track your expenses carefully and find ways to reduce unnecessary spending. 2. Save regularly. Set aside a fixed portion of your income each month. Even small amounts add up over time, creating a safety net for emergencies or future investments. 3. Invest smartly. Once you have savings, put your money to work. Whether it's a retirement fund, stocks, or your own business, investing wisely grows your wealth. Avoid falling into the trap of keeping up with others. Just because a friend buys a new phone or a fancy car doesn't mean you have to. Financial discipline requires patience and focus on long-term goals. Also, always be aware of scams and get-rich-quick schemes. If something sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Remember, true wealth comes from steady, honest work and smart choices. Changing your mindset about money. Finally, one of the most powerful lessons in the book is about mindset. Money is not just numbers on a bank statement. It's energy. It flows to those who value it and use it wisely. Many people struggle with limiting beliefs, thoughts like, I don't deserve wealth, or money is evil. These beliefs hold us back, often without us realizing it. Changing your mindset means shifting from scarcity to abundance. It means believing that there is enough for everyone, including you. When you see money as a tool for good, for freedom, and for creating opportunities, your entire approach to earning and managing money transforms. Practice gratitude for what you have. Celebrate every small win. Focus on learning, growing, and giving back. Money, after all, is not the goal but the means to live a fulfilling life. That's the core of 1,000 Ways to Make Money in a nutshell. If you apply even a few of these ideas, your financial situation can improve step by step. Thank you for joining me today on the Janice channel. If you found this summary helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with friends who could benefit. Also, let me know in the comments which money-making ideas you want to try first. Remember, your financial freedom begins with a single step. Take that step today. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep believing.